Hello and welcome back to our HIP New World Order campaign. In our last episode we made a good start on the latest Christian crusade that's been called against the Kingdom of Suomi up here. We have enough troops to probably finish this without any more trouble going on, so we'll just unpause and allow our sieges to continue. We can probably go on speed 4, I don't think we're going to have to do any tricky maneuvering or anything. We are well ahead in terms of contribution, so we should end up winning this. And we'll be able to grant the kingdom to one of our talented relatives. Further the cause of the von Henneberg dynasty in Europe. Really our first foray into Northern Europe though. The rest of our experiments in installing our relatives in kingdoms have all been to the south here in Andalusia and obviously around the Jerusalem area. Once we're done with this crusade, we will hopefully... Yes, we're out of our Holy War cooldown, so we'll be able to continue expanding down here. After that, our dog is growing quickly and is no longer a little puppy. He runs fast and has a keen nose, and your dog handlers praise his good character. So we gain 10 prestige. That's good. Ooh, the Kingdom of Bulgaria exists down here. Okay, I think that's new. Queen Bishop of Bulgaria. Interesting. I guess it's not new. Maybe it was held by somebody else with a different title as well. Or maybe it's existed for a long time and I just didn't notice. Ooh, a call to arms from Lena von Henneberg down in Al-Andalus. Against the Aztecs. It's an offensive war on their part, okay. For Galicia, so they're gonna gain, I guess, this land up here? Is that in... Yeah, that is the entirety of Galicia. So I guess we'll accept, though, as with their previous war with the Aztecs, I don't think they're actually gonna need our help. Especially if Aquitaine gets involved, and or Aragon. Did lose a trade post siege up there, presumably to the Aztecs. That we can't actually see. We will take this shaman prisoner. In accordance with our usual policies, we'll take all of these people prisoner. And Jerusalem has won their conquest, okay. And we have a daughter born to our sister and heir, who has no special genetic traits. That's fine. She still has plenty of time to produce more heirs if she does indeed end up being our heir. We are, of course, still pneumonic and stressed, which does mean we have a reasonable chance of dying at any point still. Looks like our peasant revolt down here is getting taken care of by Bayern, which is good. And we won. So as usual, we'll execute this guy. Ooh, is that the Kingdom of England I see over there? Or England? That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought he had enough land to actually form that. I suppose that could conceivably be 51%. Doesn't really look like it though. Well, that gives him de jure claims on a lot of the land that Brittany holds, and of course the Aztecs and Thessalonica, and whoever else has land up there, so he could consolidate some more territory more easily now. We have a decently sized army of Suomi up here, so maybe we should do something about that. That's actually belonging to his vassal, I think? Who may or may not be an actual participant in the war. He's not. So I guess we should probably just ignore this. I don't think his vassals can actually join separately. So, as expected, Al-Andalus is not going to need our help over here. We need to have things well in control. We have a new Archbishop of Cologne and a gap in our council. We'll appoint this bishop as our new chaplain. And I'm not sure if we still have land to convert down here. We certainly do. We'll send him there. He might catch consumption and die, but those are the hazards of the job, I guess. So we're still at 91% contribution. Apparently we won a battle here. The Harufi heresy has appeared in the province of Karija, which I'm assuming is down here somewhere. That's not really much of a concern, since we were going to convert it anyway. That little brat Dietmar threw up on me while we were dining, which results in a terrible loss of prestige for us. I don't know how we're going to live that down. The Bulgarian Holy War for Oltenia has ended as Wilhelm von Henneberg of Jerusalem joined the Serbian Holy War for Bononia as attacker. Okay, thanks for the input. Nice mustache, by the way. And our truces are expiring with Aquitaine, so we can potentially go to war with them again as well, which maybe we'll do that at the same time as we conduct a holy war down here for this county, which we were looking at earlier. And we do have title loss on succession, so we have a bit of a problem, it looks like, with our voting. The Duke Widukind of Limburg here is apparently a popular choice, though he hasn't quite overtaken our preferred candidate in the Empire elections. Perhaps him having become a Crusader recently has made people more likely to vote for him. There is a mutual opinion bonus with other Crusaders. While unfortunately our sister, worthy though she is, cannot become a Crusader. Well, we always have the option of destroying the kingdom title if we have to. In fact, I think this is actually an urgent problem that we need to take care of right now, because we could, as mentioned, die at any moment because of our health issues. So I suppose the best way to do this would be to kill him. Actually, he's of our dynasty, so this isn't even a serious problem. It wouldn't result in a game over. We just end up playing as him. However, I would prefer to stay with the branch of the family that I've been carefully nurturing with good genetic traits over the last however many years. Maybe we'll just try to kill him. I don't know if it's actually going to count as kinslaying if we're caught because he's not a close relative. Though he is literally kin and we would be slaying him. And not much in the way of potential plotters. We'll... We don't need to bribe her, do we? We'll see who gets invited. Gain some technology from Barcelona, which is nice. The Knights of Calatrava here are going to take on this army, it looks like. Unnecessarily, but that's okay. Oh no, I guess they were heading over here to help me siege. Well, that's fine too. And we have a new Archbishop. It's fine. Righteous imprisonment on Duke Bruno the Devil. He's acted dishonorably. What has he done? Aside from being an impaler. Well, he likes us, so I don't think we need to take any action against him. Good to know we have the option. We don't happen to have righteous imprisonment on our other duke, do we? No. So only 46% plot power in our plot here, and nobody else that is likely to get invited. And in fact, the total available plot power even only barely adds up to 100, if even. I didn't actually add it up. But we have just gotten to 100% in the Crusade, so presumably this will be over any second now. Alright, Pope Julius won. I've just won a kingdom in a crusade. I could choose to keep the kingdom for myself, or I could give it to someone else. So we could try to use this button to give it to Gerhard von Henneberg here, but as we know, this doesn't really work. We'll just keep it to ourselves for the moment. And praise the Blessed Virgin. So, we will just go ahead and give it away. Let's see where the... I guess if the capital was down here, this is probably the best duchy we should install the respective king or queen into. So let's see who we should choose. Unfortunately, we don't really want to give it to Princess Minna, since we would like to keep her around as our heir. I wonder if we have any uncles or other close-ish dynasty members that we can choose. And unfortunately, our aunt here is married non-matrilineally. We will search our realm for, let's see, if we sort by dynasty, we should be able to find a list of dynasty members who are not already rulers. Have to be probably a more distant relative. Here we go. So we'd like somebody who is of age at least, and preferably has some good traits. Tall, ambitious Baldemar? How about you? Yeah, he's not an amazing character, but I suppose it doesn't matter too much. We'll probably just give it to him. We'll grant him the County of Nyland. Include lower titles. I'm really just doing this the lazy way. It might be a bit better to give out more of the titles individually, but that's fine. We may not have the duchy title. We don't. Okay, so if we just grant him now the kingdom title, Kingdom of Finland, and include lower titles, hopefully this should accomplish what we want. Yeah, all of our land up here is under Finland, and we can go ahead and grant him independence. We could actually keep him under our control directly for a little while, since he is not going to have much power thanks to all the new administration modifiers. But for now we can just disband our troops up here. which is handy. Alright, we'll keep him under our wing for a little longer. We'll grant him independence in a while. And he is creating duchy titles, that's fine. He is well over his domain limit. He should get things sorted out there in a while, though. I guess we could give him some money. Probably help him out. And we can definitely spare it. Okay, that should be enough to get him started. So he may get to vote for the elections, incidentally, or it might only be de jure vassals of the title being voted for, I'm not entirely sure. But he would be likely to vote for us if he can. I think the safest thing to do here is going to be to destroy our kingdom title. Kind of hate to do it just for flavor reasons, but I think it's the right move at this point, just to make sure. Although it could end up in us having a harder time in getting people to vote the right way for the Empire title, because the de jure vassals of the kingdom will be upset, though there aren't that many of them. So that at least means that we'll only have one heir here to worry about. He is revoking titles, okay. This is still a lot closer than I would like, but it is still okay for the moment. King Baldemar is really getting busy. So it looks like Al-Andalus is doing just fine, as expected in their war. The world will not weigh me down anymore. I have a new spring in my step and joy in my heart, and a smile on my face. Life isn't too bad, so we're not going to be stressed anymore. Which is a small improvement to our health state. Though we are still mnemonic. So I think we don't really have any particular reason to wait on declaring the wars we were going to declare. Well, I guess the reason would be to not annoy our vassals by raising their levies, so they might be more likely to vote for who I want them to vote for. But I think we can get these done pretty quickly, and it won't be too big a deal. Alright, we are allies in another war, so we can't declare on Aquitaine now anyway. Well, that's fine. I guess we'll just wait until the war here is over with. Because that shouldn't take too long anyway. Looks like Aragon is at war as well, possibly with these guys? No. War with Hungary, okay. You are being subjugated. I see. By your neighboring ruler over here. More free technology is always welcome, of course. King Wilhelm the Just has been released from King Wilhelm the Just's dungeon. Okay, what a man wants to get up to in his own dungeon. No business of mine. Aquitaine having a bit of a revolt problem. They'll be distracted when we go to attack them. And there is the victory for Al-Andalus, so they gain this ugly little patch of land that's not connected to the rest of their land up here. Hopefully they get started on joining that up. They shouldn't have too much trouble doing that if they want to, though. So that leaves us able to go to war with Aquitaine now, and we'll probably declare that and another war down here, but we're out of time for this episode, so it'll have to be in the next one. Thanks for watching, and join me again then.